what do I need to do differently to move my grade in that part of my life up a little bit? What do I need to do differently on fitness or faith or finances? And it usually comes down to a mindset shift, belief, okay? Mindset shift, belief, skill, and or habits, disciplines. Okay, usually comes down to those 4 or 5 things, okay? Mindset shift, a skill set you need to adopt, okay? A discipline / habit that you need to get after, and or belief. And so look at each one of those things you want to improve this year and ask yourself, is it a belief thing? Is it a skill set you need to adopt that's going to get better? Is it a habit, mindset shift, the whole thing?
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the CareCast. Now, the CareCast, we're usually diving in doing interviews with amazing real estate investors, amazing real estate agents. Now, in these episodes, every Thursday, they're the Trevor Truck Talks, where you get to hear behind the scenes of the mindset shifts I'm going through as a CEO of one of the fastest growing companies in America, and the mindset shifts you can take to run your business and win back your freedom as well. Let's dive into this episode.
Y'all, it's another beautiful day in paradise. It's raining out here, as it does many, many times in the fall, winter, early spring, but I love it. It turns everything amazingly green out here in Oregon. And guys, if you get the chance to come to a CareCamp, CareCamp.com, registrations open up here very shortly for the next CareCamp. They fill out fast every single time. But guys, if you guys are lucky enough to grab one of those slots, you can see the amazing Oregon green hills. It looks like it's in Ireland in the May. Not so much in the September CareCamp, but amazing times out here. So guys, go check it out, CareCamp.com. Get on the waiting list and join when the spots come open. They sell out fast. So y'all, as I'm driving to the office right now, thinking about the year ahead. So I'm going to be doing several episodes of the podcast here as we ease into the new year. If you're listening to this different time of the year, amazing. You can still implement this any time of the year. But as we ease into the new year, I'm thinking about lots of things. I'm thinking about the habits and disciplines I want to adjust. Usually where you want to get to in life, whatever part of life it is. You've heard me talk about the 6 F's before, which is what I use to kind of give myself that pressure test of how I'm doing in the important spots in life. You've got faith, family, friends, fitness, fun, and finances, okay? So the 6 F's, I kind of pressure test those. Once I figure out where I want to improve in the 6 F's, go check out the podcast episode that we've done on that and the replay of the epic planning call. I go through the 6 F's live on the call. Just go check out the replay and get the worksheet at carrot.com/epic. That's carrot.com/epic, completely free, nothing to buy, y'all. Okay? So the 6 F's help me kind of pressure test it. And then as you're going throughout the year and you're charting your path for that year ahead, you ask yourself, what do I need to do differently to move my grade in that part of my life up a little bit? What do I need to do differently on fitness or faith or finances? And it usually comes down to a mindset shift, belief, okay? Mindset shift, belief, skill, and or habits, disciplines. Okay, usually comes down to those 4 or 5 things, okay? Mindset shift, a skill set you need to adopt, okay? A discipline / habit that you need to get after, and or belief. And so look at each one of those things you want to improve this year and ask yourself, is it a belief thing? Is it a skill set you need to adopt that's going to get better? Is it a habit, mindset shift, the whole thing, okay? And as I'm going into the year, I start to think about themes. I start to think about, okay, as I'm looking at my biggest theme or themes for this coming year, what is it that I'm really wanting to focus on? And mine for this year, I haven't really pegged the word yet. I'm a little bit behind on this right now, but I know the category of the theme, and I really want to drive in leverage this year. Okay, leverage in time, leverage in finances. I really want to drive better leverage in the way I can impact you guys and gals listening to the podcast. How do I impact y'all in greater ways with less effort? Okay. And we're starting to look at all kinds of things. I think we've worked a little bit too hard the last year or two, doing a lot of things at Carrot that have been great, right? But not really great leverage. And same thing with my finances. When you're when you look at Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant, he talks about going from employed, so you're an employee, then you're self-employed, so you basically own a job, but you really don't have a lot of freedom at that point still. And then you own a business, which a business is, it's systems and people, okay? Systems and the people who run those systems. And so you can have more freedom when you own a business. And then you go to owner. You go to the owner quadrant, which the owner quadrant doesn't work in the business. The owner quadrant owns the business. That's where ultimate leverage is. As you go up Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant, your leverage increases. When your leverage increases, your cash flow and your ability to create cash is easier and easier, and it increases more and more. And for the last several years, for a long time, I've been really, really good at creating active income, and there's nothing wrong with active income, y'all. I think active income actually gets a bad rap sometimes. People are always talking about cash flow, passive income. Guys, passive income is great, but active income is amazing because you get to do your craft to create that income. Okay, now active income is not great if you are doing work that you don't enjoy. Okay, but it's amazing if you're doing work that you enjoy that actively creates income, because you get rewarded for your art, you get rewarded for your work. So don't bag active income. Active income is a great thing, but we do want to create better leverage and bigger leverage where we can take the money and or smarts that we've got and turn that into income that is less work to get, okay, into passive, semi-passive, or just less work to get. And so I'm buying my first company right now. And we literally sign on it today. It's a seven-figure transaction. The cool thing is, and I can maybe break this deal down for you guys later, it's probably mid-year this next year, but it's pretty much no money out of pocket. And you can do the same thing to create greater leverage. We talk about no money down real estate. We talk about investments in that way, and you can do the same thing to buy businesses. You can do the same thing to add more leverage in your ability to create income by buying assets that produce income. Okay, now it takes a special skill set. So I go back to, what do you need to learn? I needed to learn a skill set this past year in order to even have the ability and the confidence to go buy a business. I needed to learn a better skill set to lead leaders better. Okay, I couldn't have been ready to buy a business if I would have just been an entry-level entrepreneur that had delegated to 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 people, because I needed to learn how to lead a true leader. And so as we built a leadership team here at Carrot, we have directors now. Our first VP is coming up soon. When I've started to really go down that journey of learning how to lead better at Carrot, lead leaders better, that really prepared me for being able to be confident to go purchase a company, because then I knew that I could coach them pretty well, and I knew the high-level metrics and how to gauge them, how to work with them on planning more effectively, and how to hold accountability. Okay, so going into this last year, that was one of my goals, was I needed to become a better leader. I needed to be able to do hard things more often. I needed to be able to be a better coach. And so that was the primary thing I worked on this past year, prepared me for that greater leverage to then start to step into that next phase. So I want to ask you this question before I get to the office. What is it that you want to get to this year? What are the big goals? What's the big theme that you want to go after? And then ask yourself, why don't you already have that now? Right? Why don't you already have that now? Whether it's fitness, or whether it's business, or finances, or relationship, or friends, or faith, why don't you have that now? And then ask yourself, what beliefs, okay, what habits, disciplines, what skill sets, what mindset shifts, what do you need to adopt new in this year in order to have the thing that you want this year? Okay? What do you need to adopt? And then write those down right now and work your little butt off this year to start to adopt those skill sets, make those mindset shifts, shift your beliefs. And if it takes a coach to do that, if you're like, you know what, I don't know why I'm stuck. If you just flat out don't know why you're stuck, but you know that something needs to move, and you know that you need to do something in order to get the life that you want to get, then say, well, maybe you need to get a coach. Maybe that's the thing that you need to get. Maybe you need to humble yourself a little bit to realize you need help, and you need to get someone who can fly alongside you. And I realized that back in 2012 was the first time I joined a mastermind. Because before that, I'm like, I don't need to pay anyone $20,000 to learn this stuff I can learn on Google. I don't need to pay. But at the end of the day, guys, it was relationships. It was, the information is everywhere for free, but it's the relationships, and it's the person's ability to coach you to success and have them notice from the outside in what you need to change or what you need to adopt. Oftentimes we don't notice those things. We need to have someone else notice them and then coach us into the right skill sets, mindset shifts, habits, or beliefs. Okay, so as I pull up to the office, I want to recap this really quick. My year this year is going to be focused on how to get greater leverage in many parts of my life. How do I get greater leverage in health and fitness? Okay, be able to get better results with less time and effort. How do I get greater leverage in business? That means me being a better coach, being a better leader to guide my people to better results with less effort. Okay, how do I get better leverage in finances? It's finding ways to leverage the current money I already have or the skill sets I have to then be able to turn $1 into $10 or $100 rather than $1 into $3 or $4. Okay, on the relationship sides, how do I grow better leverage in relationship with my friends and family? Well, I've mentioned it on the Epic call, but my wife and I are setting up a trip away individually as a parent with each one of our kids. And that's going to help create better leverage in that relationship between father and daughter and son, or mother and daughter and son, because we're going to be able to invest real deep time with each other. Okay, guys, so as you think about this year, create the theme, create the momentum, and then start to ask yourself what skill sets, beliefs, habits, disciplines you need to adopt. And you might look at leverage. How do we get more leverage this year? All right, guys, so if you enjoyed this episode, let us know in the podcast reviews. And we love you guys. Keep on listening to the episodes. Keep on implementing plans and strategies. And guys, share this podcast up with other people. We love y'all. Talk soon.